Welcome to the Black Gay History Channel. Please share this video and subscribe to this channel for more captivating content. Black gay men are taking up political power in the world, and we love to see it. For those who may not know, some groundbreaking gay politicians in history, like Harvey Milk, have paid the ultimate price for organizing politically for the gay community, but their perseverance had lasting effects, and we are seeing more gay men take up activism and political roles all around the world, advocating for Black and gay people's rights. Previously on this channel, I've mentioned numerous out Black gay politicians who made American history, and you can find those stories on our political playlist. But in this video, we are going to discuss 5 Black gay politicians who've made history in countries outside of the United States of America. So here's a quick list of 5 Black gay politicians on the international stage. Gilberto Gil in Brazil. Gilberto Passos Gil Moreira is a Brazilian musician and politician with an extensive legacy in music and Brazilian politics. Gil rose to prominence first as a musician, becoming a notable music star in Brazil since the 1960s, releasing numerous critically acclaimed albums, including the Grammy Award-winning Quanta Live in 1998, winning the award for Best World Album. He would win another Grammy for his 2004 album Eletroacústico, so clearly his music has a lot of impact. He entered the political stage in the 1980s when he was elected to a local post in Bahia and became Salvador's Secretary of Culture. This is significant because this is the town where he was born and raised, and obviously his musical background made him uniquely prepared for the role. In 2003, he was chosen by the then Brazilian president, Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, as Brazil's new Minister of Culture, which made him the second Black man in Brazilian history to ever serve in the country's cabinet. He'd make another impact on Brazilian history in 2023 by coming out to the media in a statement saying that besides the numerous relationships he's had with women, he's also had relationships with men, and that he believes we are all bisexual. Zanele Memele in South Africa is an openly gay South African hailing from Durban and Johannesburg who was elected to the South African Parliament as a member of the Democratic Alliance in the National Assembly in 2014. According to websites like Mamba Online, Mbele has openly given pushback on homophobic rhetoric in politics, not just in South Africa. He also urged the South African government to be more critical of the anti-LGBTQ legislation that was taking place in neighboring African countries like Uganda and Nigeria. For many LGBTQ activists in South Africa, their politicians have been too restrained in condemning anti-LGBTQ policies in other African countries, especially considering that South Africa has been proudly embracing and leading gay rights globally since the 90s. Decades prior, South Africa's National Congress, then led by Nelson Mandela, made history as the world's first to explicitly protect LGBTI rights, which made possible a landmark 2005 ruling that made South Africa the only country on the continent with marriage equality. After becoming the first openly gay parliamentarian in South Africa, Mbele stepped down from his position in South Africa's parliament last year in 2024. Davis Ventura in the Dominican Republic. Davis Ventura, a private school teacher turned LGBTQ activist, the Dominican Republic brought LGBTQ issues to the forefront of Dominican politics when he ran for political office in 2015. Ventura ran for Santo Domingo Municipal Council and also became the first openly gay candidate for congressman in the Dominican Republic's history. Santo Domingo is the capital city and metropolitan center of the DR, and where many LGBTQ people in the country have found community. And had Davis Ventura won the election, he would have jurisdiction over the San Carlos neighborhood. Though Ventura lost the election, he became a prominent voice for LGBTQ people in his city and country, and brought public attention to the socioeconomic issues Black and LGBTQ Dominicans face in his community, including discrimination in the workplace, as well as business owners discriminating against LGBTQ patrons. Ventura is also coordinator of the Amigos Siempre Amigos network of volunteers, an LGBTQ-friendly organization that seeks to support low-income and homeless Dominicans. David Miranda in Brazil. David Miranda is now a gay Brazilian politician who in 2016 made Brazilian history as the first openly gay politician elected to Rio de Janeiro's city government. The city of Rio de Janeiro is the capital of the Brazilian state of the same name, the second most populous city in all of Brazil, and the sixth largest city in the Americas. So this feat was a massive win for the LGBTQ community in Brazil and the Western Hemisphere. By 2013, Miranda began his work in politics and made history, becoming one of the two first openly gay elected officials in the history of the city of Rio de Janeiro. Miranda would be elected alongside Marielle Franco, the incredibly popular gay and women's rights leader who was galvanizing Black, Brown, and LGBTQ Brazilians to become more involved in politics. In 2018, the incredibly influential and popular politician Marielle Franco was unalived, causing a national outcry, bringing attention to the prominence of violence against women and LGBTQ people in Brazilian society and culture. Luckily, arrests had been made in their death since, but her death took a toll on the community members across Brazil. Through his work, Miranda has helped open youth centers in Rio favelas and passed Miranda's Law, a reform that allows for trans people in Rio de Janeiro to use their chosen name on government documents. Fernando Holiday in Brazil. Fernando Holiday is a Brazilian politician who has made Brazilian history for both gay representation and younger people in the country's history. He was the national coordinator of the Free Brazil movement as a law student and has been outspoken about Black and LGBT rights in the media. Born in Sao Paulo in 2016, he became the first openly gay councillor, and at that age of 20, he was elected, was also the youngest councillor in the history of Sao Paulo. Because of some of his policies, he had been threatened and attacked in his office for some of his proposals in the council. Though he proposes to be liberal, he is a Catholic. Some of his policies, like being anti-abortion or his choice to abstain because he's a gay man, makes me and some of his detractors think he's much more conservative than he reports in the media. Yanni Toyvala in Finland. Yanni Toyvala is a Kenyan-Finnish actor, musician, and politician who has represented Black and gay excellence in his home country of Finland for several years. After exploring the arts world and becoming an educated dancer and actor in New York, Toivola also came to terms with his sexuality as adolescence and would continue to work in countless Finnish films and TV shows throughout his career. After a long and successful career working in the arts and entertainment, Toivola would jump into politics, becoming the first Black member of the Finnish parliament in 2021. After seeing homophobic sentiments being swept up in Finland all around him and in the media, Yanni Toyvala decided to parlay his talents of expression into politics, hoping to be a positive voice for the LGBTQ community in Finland. After becoming elected as a parliamentarian for the Finnish Green League Party and making history as the first Black member of the parliament, Toivala's lobbying was instrumental in helping Finland pass their first gay marriage laws in the country.